อาจารย์สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
อาจารย์ค่ะหนูอยู่กลุ่ม P Week นี้ค่ะ แต่ว่าในรายชื่อในไฟล์ของอาจารย์มันไม่มีชื่อหนูหนูไม่แน่ใจว่าเพื่อนบอกอาจารย์ไปหรือยังอะค่ะ
presentation ใช่ไหมครับเดี๋ยวนะ
ค่ะ
เราได้อัดชื่อในไฟล์เขาเรียกว่าไงนะ Excel อะครับไหม
อ๋อมัน
ไปฟิลในนั้นได้
เปลี่ยนได้ใช่ไหมคะ
เพราะว่าทุกคนเข้าไป
ค่ะ
edit ได้ครับใช่
ได้ค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
เฮ้ย064ครับผมว่าไงฮะ
พวกผมมากัน3 คนครับมาเป็นทอคอร์ส
ที่ไหน
อยู่ห้องผมนี่แหละครับขออนุญาตคนเดียวนะครับ
ได้ don't worry be happy
thank you ครับ
นึกว่าอยู่ที่มอเนี่ยวันนี้ต้องเข้ามอ
เพื่อนบ้านไกลครับเลยต้องมาหลบที่นี่ครับ
โอเค don't worry ครับผมมาเลยนะใครที่เข้ามาแล้วนะ so to those of you just entering the Zoom right or in the Zoom right now I think it's time for you to check the attendance right let's go for attendance check into the line group yeah that's it all right right okay just check the attendance So for this week, we're gonna have like English presentation, right? Weekly presentation from maybe the last group, we can say. Okay, if you if you are a member of a team presentation, just raise your hand for me, please, and then we can share the screen. On the way. มี on the way ด้วย Right, just check the attendance, right? Once you're here into the Zoom, right? วันนี้คอนเทนต์เยอะนะฮะสไลด์คือเวอร์มาก65 แผ่น ซึ่งมีแต่รายชื่อเรานะคอนเทนต์นิดเดียวโอเค all right so I think it's time for you to check your attendance, right? And I think for some of a group or member of presentation you can share the screen right now แป๊บนึงนะ1 2 stop sharing and then sharing the screen Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 26 คนนะฮะ26 students done for the attendance check here. So any volunteer, no, it's not volunteer, member of group presentation. So you can share the screen here if you are going to do that. Yeah.
ตั้งใจไว้หน่อยนะคะ
ดันไม่มีแน่เลยไม่มีต้องสอนนะready right if you're ready just type 1 for me please ใครพร้อมแล้วกด1นะฮะready to go Let's go to the party side. I think maybe for a group presentation, they can wait for Sarah. นี่ไงมาแล้ว Are you there? Any volunteer? No, it's not volunteer. Group presentation here. Just raise your hand for me, please. May มีแน่เลยนะฮะเริ่มงงละไปต่อไม่รอแล้วนะยู okay so maybe we can do a presentation once your team is ready again, right? Because I think shall we go to the detailed explanation here. So for this week we are going to listen for a group presentation, maybe the last group presentation here, weekly English presentation on given topic here. And also what you need to do for this semester is that I'm going to let you present what you did or what you've done for a press release, just because you're going to get a different topic, right? Let's say like for a press release, you are asked to do a written, right? For a paper-based 10% press release for 1 page, right? And also I'm going to hear for all of you to discuss on the important things for a press release. For example, like why we need to do a product launch for a company, why we need to celebrate, why we need to, cooperate to each other, like merging or some business cooperation here. So it's all about like a public relation should do for a press release here, right? And also the date that you are going to do a presentation, final presentation. It's not that formal presentation here, but I can say that just share what you did or what you've done, what you learned from this kind of press release here, right? Dated on 24, I'm not sure. Yeah, 24 November. So again, for next month, right, we are going to study, I can say for on-site, maybe, yeah. So we're gonna have the day off on 17th of November. So no class on 17, right? So we are going to see to each other on 3rd November, 10 November, and the last day is that 24 November. and week for final exam again is the 1st of December. That's it. So for this one is that press release, right? Press release, you have understood it already for some kind of topic, or I understand that you already researched this kind of topic already, right? So what you need to do is that you have to make sure that the press release format, it is hitting to the point or even serve the expectation here, right? And also why it is important in aspect of public relation. Also, you need to come up with specific detail or information, reason why, and sharing some significant for a public relation here. And the last one is that you need to elaborate the idea or to what extent why the press releases here enhance your brand image or even brand reputation, brand awareness, and what makes you contribute to the organization as a whole. That's it, right? So this is the core concept that you are going to share on 24th November. Yep. Calm. Done. So maybe the name or change that I'm going to fix and finalize again when everyone is agree, right? That's it. Okay, this one. First of all, what you need to understand for a press release is that you have to choose the format, right? Which is different from each group in particular topic. I can say that the most common would be like a product launch or even new product launch, existing product launch, things like that. And also the way that you have to, do a written text in a form of like advertisement or even, declare something in the internal organization here, right? So mainly for press release here, you need to make a headline, cut the clutter, meaning that you need to be concise for your headline. Just put only subject and verb, and that's it. Okay, subject and verb, and that's it, right? So this one is that no matter how well configured it is, so meaning that it is important to focus on a given topic, right? And also, for example, if you are going to launch the product, so meaning that you need to focus on the detail or even an explanation from that product, right? Or even services here, and try to search the popularity for the reader or engaging with potential customers here with a key main accent keyword here or detailed information that is hit to the point here. That's it. And next one is that optimization. What is that actually? So for this one, it's kind of like a press release need to be public, right? Need to be, advertised into the public. So the optimization here is that just because you need to use the web page optimization principle here, and just make sure that this is the most important keyword or hashtag, okay? In that document, just because it is very important to advertise or even make it public, right? And yeah, you know what to do. It's not that hard, I can say. Yeah. Next one is that aim, objective or purpose here, right? So when it comes to do the press release, nothing to come up with this kind of aim or objective here. I can say that you need to stand or even use the important thing for the subject or objective here, just because when you focus on the objective, right, and then you can try to simplify everything in your written word, and also the way that you can create your writing here might suit to the headline or even objective here. Yep. Next one is that gun for the right beat. It means that it's the same to the objective, but it is very straightforward. Okay. So for digital marketing or online digital marketing here, I can say that just because you need to pitch into the purpose, right? Pitch into the target audience, and then you have to make sure that journalism or even those people around understand what you are going to explain. So this one would be like a key term that you have to reconsider before you publish your press release into, target audiences here. Yeah. Another point is that you may also use infographic or visual content here, just because I think that it might be more attractive to other people. So it depends on your press release or topic given here. I can say that if you are going to do for product launch, I can say that infographic or even table diagram or even picture of that product might be a key important thing to add on, just because this kind of like a statistic or detail on the product image here might attract to the customer and even make your writing become more suitable to the target market too. Yep. And this one provide clear call to action. This is very important and key significant for a press release here. Call to action. For example, if you are going to do a charity or even CSR, right? Community service. It means that you need to make sure that the call for action or even something that is straightforward to the point might be important for your press release here. I can say that you need to summarize something first, and then you have to make sure that your word pitched into the call action here. So just particular context, right? For example, like community service, or even if you want to do a charity in terms of public press release here. Got it, right? Next, move detail. So for headline, right? I can say that according to the format of press release, you're going to have a headline and sub-headline, right? So for headline, you need to be concise and short, but meaningful sentence. I'm going to say that it is suggested to write only subject plus verb. But for subheading, it means that you need to clarify what is in that, right? In that written text. For example, if you want to show up with something new, so meaning that you have to give an key point or bullet point detail for subheading and try to write in the term of narrative writing here. Yep. For example, like, is it about the product launch, award or recognition here, or merger or acquisition here, right? That's it. So it's very important. So just make sure that you can write a meaningful headline and also detailed description for subheading here. Moving to next one, location. So basically, it's just specific for the the event or something that is related to you run a business or even campaign to the press release here. So I can say that it is a clear. You have to make sure that it is described clearly for a location that you are going to get the news, right? But here it's common for the online, so it's not that hard. We can use Google Map or like the way that you can use QR code or scanning something here. So you might be catch up to the trendy. Yeah, that's it. Body paragraph is very important and you need to highlight here, just because the information for your press release is matter the most, right? Matter the most for the body, or explain the reason why here. So what you need to do is that adding quote would be an optional here for the body paragraph in order to make sure that you gain some meaningful and understanding for your written text here. And also fill words to describe your company to the public. So first of all, you have to do a bullet point first, just because your writing must be solid and well written here. So I can say that your body paragraph is going to be the main issue for press release, or how figure out what it is. Yeah. And for this one is that a contact information, you need to make sure that who will be contact, or even which number, which type of detailed information that you are going to contact for that person. Yep. So this one would be like you can create, or you can use existing contact from the public. That's fine. All right. So for the headline, right? Basically, for the headline, I can say that the main purpose is that we have to create a press release headline to the journalisms, right? So all of journalists see, and it has only one job, one purpose here. Basically, you can say you can write something that is hit to the point, and for many steps that we can do is that determine who your audience is, okay, who your competitors are, sorry, and then current state of your market and what you are doing. So, okay, again, right, determine your audience, right, and then your competitors, right, the current state of your market, trending one, and what you're doing so it's different from the other. So this one would be like the key things for press release. For example, like product launch. That's it. And for this one is that maybe you can use logo, video presentation, small media post, and photograph infographic add into the detailed description in order to make sure that everyone can see visual explanation, or even seeing something more than just a written word here. Good. Media coverage is one of the most effective tools in the organization marketing platform, right? So this one would be like a key for press release, just because you're gonna expand, media coverage, and then make sure that it promotes your product or services here, raising a brand awareness for a cause or sharing important company news. Media coverage can help spread word and reach key audiences. It is important for the community service, or CSR too, just because I think that press release related to the how make contribution to the company. So once you release something that is related to community, right? So I can say that it worthwhile for your brand. That's it. Formal announcement made by business. Okay, this is a natural way of press release, just because you have to understand that it is formal written text for professional communication, and it is related to business news, right? So this is done by using specified format. So you can search it from the internet, right? So it's not that hard for doing so. Anyway, just make sure that you have to have, deadline, header, or even, bullet platform. That's all. This is a key important for press release. Done, right? Sending to the media, or even sending to the third party, interested party, and the press release is one of the most important things to distribute a media and other channel, right? And in related business here, and also it's the way to announce something relevant to each other. Yep. Okay, so this is the key point for media or press coverage, right? Just because you have to give a big picture, or even the importance of media coverage here. So press release might be a key to promote your own business and develop how it works for your business too. Yeah. Also, the way that you have to write in a different forms, right? For example, like media release, new release, also press release. All in all, this is typically written by company marketing or a team marketing, which is PR team too. Right? It's a topic of public relation team. So this one might be related to newspaper headline, magazine, radio station, television, or even website in the modern world, right?ดันมันวนละนะข้ามครับผม Okay, so we can see from this one, right? I can see like the first one is that this is kind of like a type or a category for a press release. The first one is that related to product announcement, right? Or service announcement here. Whenever a company launches a new product, it will often release a press release to generate media coverage and help build buzz around the product. So meaning that you can get published and you can get popularity here. Company announcement, which is very important too, just because it talks about detail, right? Relating to the restructuring, relocation, right? Move to anywhere else if you expand your business here. Partnership if you are going to up level of your company, so you have to cooperate with another partnership here. Financial news or other company updates are shared thought to the press release here. That's it. Event, when it comes to do for the charity or even the community service, so you need to come up with the event announcement here, just because it can assist or help a company become more socialized or even community concern here. So once you're hosting or sponsoring something here, you need to do press release to generate the interest and drive more and more attendance. More is that initiative announcement. Basically, this one is that a company may release a press release to promote, right? Initiative or campaign. For example, like if some product or some business release the latest sustainable fashion collection, you can see like a sustainable fashion collection, which is related to maybe community service, right? Or concern, some kind of community here. So PR might be responsible for this, and we need to advertise or announce it properly. And this one is more important too, just because award, right? Award or winning something. Winning award is a great way to build credibility and generate positive media image here, right? So once you won something, it can be considered as the previous achievement, right? So you need to speak louder or even like tell something that everyone should know for what you have done successfully here. Employee announcement, meaning that if you are going to hire for some executive or change, substitute someone to another position here. So you need to do a press release in order to make sure that executive or announcing for some employee in the internal organization here matter the most for the organization. Yep. And then blah 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 ไม่มีอะไรมากอันนี้คือยากข้าม All right, more CSR. I can say for this one is CSR is a community service, right? Responsibility or social responsibility here. Imagine that if you are going to take place for the event, right? So it is related to social responsibility here. So what I'm going to say that it might generate, right, media coverage to promote it with positive branding here. and also team marketing have to create, buy, initiative, or distribute something to be better. Yep. This one would be like what you have to understand before you go into the detail or even written for the press release. You need to understand the engaging media, right? So press release is one of the great way to reach out to journalists and other media professionals, meaning that it can be sure that your business get a story in front of the people. And then it is a key important to make sure that the contact to get the story into the media. So again, engaging media is a key. You need to make sure that it's connected to each other, right? So second, your press release must build relationship to other platform too. Okay, for example, like have business build nurture of relationship with journalism, right? Blogger or team marketing or even influencer. So the key group of people here might be a key people to, building or even related to the community or even relationship to each other. Yep. This one would be like help you to generate future media coverage too. And this one is important just because it is a real written form, right? In let's say a formal written text here. And if you can show and get the word out here, I can say like it is very benefit to your business, right? Just because the product or even service of your company can help the business generate and grow more and more with target customer. Also, press release is a key written information to manage crisis effectively. For example, like when it comes to the, let's say like bad communication or ineffective communication here between business, right? Business person or even the target customer. So a press release is a key term to maintain a positive image toward the company here. So it can be dealt with the crisis effectively too. Yep. Also, it might be a key term to advertise the event, right? For example, if you can arrange an event and then you have to promote with a blog or even written text here. So press release is one of the most important thing to be sure that you can host and make sure that it is attract to the, customer or sponsorship here. And the last one is that it's going to be a key for product launch here, just because if you create something new, you need to advertise through the public relation via press release. มีไหม 1 2 merger. All right, this one is that when it comes to cooperate to each other, right? So you need to advertise or even inform, right, other people that it is connect to each other, so it can be impact to a company and a positive image later. Rebranding, financial results, press release. So this is the key term for example for press release here. And hiring some special people, right, or even partnership release, cooperation, merger initiative, or even social responsibility here.หาคนอ่านดีกว่านะฮะเหนื่อยละalright ใครอยากได้ A ครับผมอ่านหน้านี้หน่อยมา And this one would be like characteristic. So you need to understand properly in order to make sure that you hit to the point here.
ยานินค่ะอ่านตรงไหนบ้างคะ
อ่านทั้งสองหน้า
ตั้ง
เล
แต่
ยทั้งหมดเลยฮะ
โอเค
โอเค
New wordy. A press release is a new wordy. It is of interest to the media and its audience. Timelines. A press release is timely and it is released at the time when it is relevant and it is of interest to the media and its audience. Relevancy means the press release is about something relevant to the media outlet audience. For example, sport content for a sport publication. The press release is well written and free of errors. It is clear, concise, and to the point, including relevant information.
Yeah, doneเข้ามาเลยฮะ perfect version. All right. So for this slide, right, it is a characteristic or a key important characteristic that you have to understand before you write a press release here. So key bullet point here is that newsworthy, right? So it value for some kind of thing that you are going to public, or even timeless, meaning that it might go to the trendy, right? Something. And even relevant information here is that it is important to say something that you need to make sure that your information related to each other. And this one would be well written just because it is informal, right? Formal written text. So you need to make sure that there is no error in your writing. That's it. Next ใครอยากได้ A ครับจัดมาเลย So this one, right format. So you need to make sure that you put the right format into the right content, and then factually true. So your information must be realistic. Your information must be true. So it's for the right or accuracy in terms of content here. Yep. And also logo, right? Logo. So you can add your logo in order to make sure that it is, signify or even reflect your brand, your business here, right? Okay, so this one is very important to say some logo here. Just put it into your press release. And also detail or contact information here. It is important that you have to put your name, email address, phone number to the person that wrote in the press release. Just make sure that it is a real contact that you are going to reach for this kind of things, right? Soเราทำกิจกรรมดีกว่านะ so you can review from this kind of slide. So I'm going to say that is a lot of information, but you have to read it first just because it's all about the process, right? The first one is headline, how to write a headline properly, sub-headline, why we need a sub-headline here, okay? And also place time and date. And is it important to say updated date or place venue or the detailed information of venue here? Even introduction or body paragraph in your press release, I can say the introduction to start with what, when, where, why, how, and the reason, right? And also the body paragraph, you need to make sure that you give a detailed information in your body paragraph. For example, if you do a product launch, you have to say the detail or specification of that product to the press release here. Also media contact, right? And hashtag, something like that. Okay, done. เดี๋ยวนะขอดูก่อนเบรกไหมเบรกไปเลยดีกว่านะจะได้ปิดไวขึ้นวันนี้เลิกเร็วได้ไหมเลิกเร็วกด1เลิกช้ากด2
ได้เลยค่ะยินดีมาก
ยินดีมากใช่ไหมงั้นเราไปเบรกก่อนนะครับจะได้เลิกไวๆ Public Speaking ปุ๊บปิดจ็อบเลยมาเบรก10 นาที go for break for 10 minutes now นะฮะ
Excuse me, teacher.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I entered the room a little bit late, so I didn't hear the presentation part.
Okay. So we can listen for the group presentation right now. So, okay, you can share your screen here. So,
Right now, right?
Right now.
Okay. So 1 minute. Prepare. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. My name is Sarah. Today we want to discuss how changing media will affect the PR as the future changes, how PR will grow in the future, and what challenge PR will face in the future. First, I would like to briefly talk about what is PR. PR, also known as public relations, is the set of techniques and strategies related to managing how information about an individual or company is delivered to the public, and especially the media. Its main goals are to deliver important news or events in order to maintain a brand image and put a positive impression on negative events. PR may occur in the form of a company press release, news conference, interviews with journalists, social media posting, or other sources. Next, Mix will talk about how changing media will affect the PR.
Thank you, Sarah. Now I'm going to focus on changing media. The media landscape has changed rapidly in recent years, while the avenue for producing and consuming news have multiplied with the rise of smartphone and social media. A handful of giant media conglomerate own nearly all of the commercial media outlets. Over the years, social media has become an important and constantly growing source of news and information for hundreds of millions of people around the world. Social media is fast, free, and always with you in your smartphone pockets. Traditional media encompasses all the means of communication that existed before the internet and new media technology, including printed materials such as books, magazines, newspapers, broadcast, communications such as television, radio, film, and music. New media, on the other hand, includes electronic video game and entertainment. The internet and social media are through different forms of mass media rise and fall in popularity. It is worth noting that despite significant cultural and technological changes, none of the media discussed throughout this exit have fallen out of use completely. In addition to increasing the speed we can access information and traffic at our fingertips, the internet had added a whole new democratic dimension to communication. Social media such as blogs, social networking sites, Wikipedia, and video sharing sites. Anyone can contribute idea on the website. Social media has many advantages, including distribution of news immediately, multiple perspectives in one event, and the ability to communicate with people around the world. Next, let's move on to the next topic. Punch will talk about PR growth in the future.
For PR growth in the future, the business of public relations is here to stay and is not showing any signs of stopping. As for the future of public relations, we are looking at a growing number of people turning towards online media as a source of relatable stories and organic real-time responses. There is and will be a considerable shift from journalists writer-based public relations to a customer-focused approach. PR will remain steadfast in the many years to come. Inevitably, there will be a strong focus on online content and less on print. For public relations, the direction is now pointing towards visual content, infographics, GIF content, and short shareable videos. From my perspective, the future demands short, condensed, visually appealing, and shareworthy content from the people in PR. As an agency, careful planning and brainstorming of visual content is a key. We have to be on guard of what is current and potentially viral to appeal to audiences. The future of PR will entail more dependence on analytics. Any organization that does not heed the validation of the power of analytics will clearly be at a disadvantage. However, the good news is that we can now pinpoint a number of reliable analytics tools for marketers compared to printed material. It is easier to measure ROI for anything published online with more sophisticated tracking tools coming into view. Next, my groupmate will talk about future challenge for PR.
For the future challenges for PR, since the pandemic has changed everything, the norms, the routines, the public relations industry has affected as much as the others. The pandemic has caused the worldwide shift in the habits of consumers, workplace settings, travel opportunities, and overall day-to-day lives. Many businesses have had to completely overtake operations to adjust and accommodate for lockdowns, social distancing, and COVID-19 outbreaks, forcing them to implement a new workplace environment. Here are some challenges we are facing in the PR. First, rebuilding face-to-face relationship. The pandemic made it difficult or impossible to meet in person at client meetings, industry events, or elsewhere. The whole planet learned to Zoom, but there are still limits to contact in the visual world. Another problem from the pandemic is the dislocation. It has curses in staff to downsizing or outright closure. And the result for the loss of relationships, many connections that PR made at the particular office or outlets are no longer there. Next, my friend will talk about the rest of the challenges.
Thank you, Waris. Second, managing silent expectation. Silent often don't have the same understanding of what involved in addressing their needs as you do, and that gap can turn into a serious pain point. These are some examples of things you can do to have clear expectation from your silent. Be transparent and offer options. Don't take a breath that's impossible. Set clearly defined goals and get the time right. Next, keeping your data organized. Good data organized strategy are important because your data contain the keys to managing your company's most valuable access. Getting insight out of this data could help you obtain better business intelligence and play a major role in your company's success. And the last one is flexibility. While challenges are a given for any company or organization staying flexible in the minds of it is harder to do once there are a crisis. PR executives are forced to change, adjust, and continue to adapt and roll with the change all year around as they face crisis and new story at every turn.
Thank you very much, Ernie. Let me give everyone a summary of what we've been talking about. We explained that the media landscape has changed rapidly in recent years, and social media has become an important and constantly growing source of news and information for hundreds of millions of people around the world. As the future changes, we expect PR to grow with the future. Therefore, visual content such as infographics, GIF content, and short shareable videos play important role in the future. Since the pandemic has caused a worldwide shift in the habits of consumers, workplace settings, travel opportunities, and our overall day-to-day life, here are some of the challenges PR facing in the future. Rebuilding face-to-face relationships, managing clients' expectations, keeping data organized. And that brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Next, let's play Kahoot. We will give 5 minutes for everyone to join the room.
All right, done, right? Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay, you can send the PDF file into the line group. Okay, yeah. And shall we go for break for 10 minutes and we can finish by public speaking and go home? right alright ready หรือยังใคร ready กด A นะครับใครอยากได้ A พิมพ์ A มีคนอยากได้ A อยู่นะครับพิมพ์ A ตัวใหญ่ๆเลยนะครับเราจะได้ A กันยกเสร็จดีไหมแต่ LCI นี่บังคับไม่ให้ A งงมากอะเทอมที่แล้วส่ง A ไปทั้งหมดเขาตีกลับครับบอกว่าไปกรอกเกรดใหม่นะฮะ A curve ไม่เป็นไรวันนี้เราส่ง A ไปก่อนนะแล้วก็เดี๋ยวค่อยรอ feedback alright so I think okay this is the final exam right I'm going to let you discuss on this kind of thing but we are running out of time so I think that you can practice by your own right so first of all this one would be like a public relation practices right so meaning that what you need to understand is that this is kind of qualification or skill required for those who want to work in a public relation and make it become professional right the first one is that strong written and oral communication skills you have to make sure that you are going to have a strong written skill or even oral speaking, public speaking that we do weekly basis, right? And then also knowledge of sales, advertising, or even marketing strategy here. So basically for public relation is related to the knowledge of sales. So it's important that we have to understand the way that how marketing it works or even advertising in the modern days, right? Also, you need to come up with how creative it is or critical thinking into particular topic. For example, like you need to create, creative writing, right? For a press release, or even some kind of like written text that require your creativity here. Is an important or significant thing to make sure that it become a useful practices here. Also, the way that you have to understand the ability to conduct through research. Well, planning, well, research is a key important thing that you are going to, responsible for this kind of public relation practice here. Also, the technological literacy. This is very important just because we are now becoming to the modern days, modern world, right? Modern world, meaning that technology literacy here might be key important. You have to separate or distinguish what it works or what it requires into the public relation practices here. Also complex strategic problem solving. When it comes to a crisis or even something that is unexpected happen to you, or even this kind of responsibility, you need to use strategic planning or even problem solving here. So this might be a key important thing that we have to come up with this kind of practices here. And the last one is that service or solution oriented. Just because we are involving or interacting to the people, right? So practices that is considered as a being service mind or even solution oriented is a key, just because we have to deal with lots of emotional crisis or even things that is related to people. So once you got a bad comment or even unconstructive comment from the Facebook, Instagram, or things like that is related to the organization here. So how can you handle that? This kind of thing that you have to understand it properly. So your final exam might be, the question asks you about like what is the most key important thing for public relation practices here. You need to prioritize which one would be the first priority, right? Let's say like if you think that technology literacy would be the key important thing, so you have to describe it, right? Or even you think that strong written or oral communication here might be a key important aspect for PR practices. So just describe, elaborate through example here. That's all. นะมิดเทอมไม่ใช่มิดเทอมไฟนอลนะครับหนึ่งในสี่แล้วกันออกข้อสอบ4ข้อพอpublic speaking ครับปิดจ็อบไวๆ all right moving to the last session for today's class is choose one out of 5 again 1 out of 5 and discuss on how important it is and how it can contribute to a company success here. I'm going to show you for 5 aspects here. The first one is government relations, government relationship here. If you think that it is important, right, and how it can contribute to the way that communicate for company success here. Second, stakeholder engagement, meaning that partnership engagement, right, collaboration through merge or initiative from the company or business corporation here. Policy management is a clear for a straightforward plan, policy management that drive to the company success here. Or even public opinion research when it comes to launch some product, right? Or even initiative for some kind of business operation here is that you need to research or survey public opinion beforehand, okay? And the last one is that issues and crisis management is important to handle with those kind of issue or even crisis, just because it happened from time to time. That's it. Right, if you're ready, I'm going to let you for 5-minute preparation time. And if you're ready, just turn on the microphone and go for it.นี่มีคนเปิดไมค์แล้วจัดไปฮะรีบเร่งบ่าย 2:30 ปิด
นี่ค่ะ I choose government relation. So as my presentation was discussing about government relation and law and regulation. I think that government relation is really important to the business succession because and business image, company image. Because if there is a regulation policy that could ruin the company image and the reputation, as such as the copyright law and the copyright, and then there is like plagiarism and something like this. Also ruin the company succession, because if you have like some crimes, you will lose your credibility, and also that the government will be the one who like create and control all these rules. And if you do everything correctly according to the law and regulation, then like your company will have like more credibility, you have a good reputation, and also like in the good side of with the government, because government could help a lot in branding your company and something like this, and the connection, the networking in the company and government.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. For 339 done perfecto พิมพ์คำว่า perfect เข้ามาเลยครับperfect แล้วได้ A. Next please, if you're ready, just turn on the microphone.
Can I go next?
Yep มาเลย
Okay, so I would like to choose the number 5, the issues and crisis management. So this topic is related to the PR aspect because it can contribute to the company's success when this time the world is full of drama and crisis. So crisis can come from the problem that customer might do a review on the products of the company. So issue and crisis management is really important on how the company will would take the action on that drama or the negative review that might happen. So it is really important to do the PR strategy to go with the crisis management in order to maintain the reputation of the company and the products as well. So this can affect on the upcoming launching the new product also, because if the company cannot control the issue and crisis of the previous products, then the upcoming one is also affected by that with the low reputation or might be the low sales that might cause with the other marketing strategy of the company.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing here. 043. That's it. Perfection, perfecto, perfect is a key. That's it. Moving to next please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
So for me, the important, I choose number 4, public opinion research, because I think public opinion research can reduce and increase the value of the company. So it can help the company measure the customer sentiments about the economics, about the markets, about the PR, about how can they doing the ads, also like even like the cultural movement. So I think it's like even it's like external or internal forces can affect how people have with the company. So I think it's very important because this can like public opinion can reduce or can increase the value of the company also. So even if the negative news occurs, the company need to listen to the public opinion, or even like they have like the positive news occurs for the company need to use this customer opinion to increase their value. Yes. So that's why I think it's very important.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. 087 here, done and perfection. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I choose public opinion research. I think public opinion research is similar to public relations. Both these techniques complement one another and produce lots of data offering new insights into long-standing problems. Deep survey is another form of opinion research, which is a useful tool for public relations professionals. In these surveys, the researcher carefully avoids imposing his point of view on the respondent. Depth studies are useful in the earlier stage of program in giving clues to the perimeters of problem. That's it.
Good. Thank you so much for sharing, sir. 053, done and perfection here. Right, next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
Okay, so I chose number 3, policy management. So I think that policy management is about how to organizing the chaos and streamlining the entire process of the company. And the reason that why policy management is important, because like when your company is too big and there are more like people that work, and you need policy management to organize your people, your operation, and how the company is going to be. And if you have a good policy management, it can contribute to the success, because everyone have the rules, and everyone can go in the same direction. And when like the organization become more big, you can control people. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. 079, that's it, done, perfection. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I also chose a policy management as well. Well, the policies management, they protect the business, and it will help employees with an understanding of expected behaviors and performance standards while providing rules for the decision-making process across an organization as well. So the importance of policies cannot be overlooked. Without them, the business can be exposed to the risk. That's it for me.
Thank you so much for sharing here. 050. Yeah, perfecto, perfection, perfect, Perfect. Next, please.
I'll be the next.
Yep. Good.
I choose number 4, public opinion.
Yeah.
Research. Doing public opinion research is very crucial to a business. It shows the signal of public preference, potential purchasing behaviors to a certain product. This impact is even more greater under positive public relations. Public opinion research can help companies measure consumer emotion about their business or product. Each of these external forces can affect how people spend or invest their money. Sometimes business can improve their product by analyzing public opinion. For example, people don't like the earphone with wires, then wireless earphone are presented. Therefore, it's very important to do public opinion research in order to keep track of behavior, opinion, attitudes, and the values of the public.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing here. 881, right? Done and type perfect for me, please. Yep. Next.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
I choose number 4, public opinion research. It is common to look at the review of a particular company before making a decision. Public opinion can drive in and out new customers. If the general sentiment of the public is in your favor, it will be helpful for your organization to acquire new customers. However, if you find that negative sentiment associated with your brand during the research, you may want to work toward improving it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for sharing here. 030, right? Perfect and done. Next, please.
Okay, we will go next, 3 of us. So first is me, 064. So I choose stakeholders engagement. Stakeholders mean partnership or people who have the interest about our organization or company. So we have to have the strategy of stakeholders management to control and make them enhance with our business or campaigns that we take with. So it can lead to the partnerships and joint venture and sponsorship also. So that's why stakeholders engagement is important for business, because of more activities in company will have more and can be profitable, good brand image, brand awareness. So that's why it contributes to company success. And next one is 091.
091. Good.
Okay, for me, I choose government relations. So when a company want to do an event, or maybe they need to get some agreement, or maybe they have to consult with government to allow them to do an event or something that they want. So PR aspect in this part is really important too. Not only we PR to the people who use our product or use our service. So absolutely, government relations is really important. If we don't have government relation, maybe we will struggle to do something in a hard way. So government relation is really important. Next is Kan.
Okay, 322 Kan. I will
All
go
right.
next. Okay, I go with issue and crisis management. So I think every company have an issue and crisis. So issue and crisis management in terms of PR is really important, because the company need to manage and dealing with the issue in the company. They need to have the theory and process of preparing for managing any disruptive or unexpected emergency situation that affect the business. And the purpose of crisis and of crisis management is eliminate and reduce risk of a crisis happening in the company.
ครับ3 คนรวดครับ
All right, so 064091 and 322, right? Done. Perfection.
Yes.
Next, please.
May I go next?
Yep.
เสียงมันI choose issues and crisis management. So for PR, in a crisis situation, both internals and external, when it occurs, audience will always look to the company management team for the answer. And crisis management, public relations will provide the foundation in a crisis management technique and equip them to intelligently respond in a manner that to minimize all the damage that occur to company image and company itself. Yes.
Right, done. Thank you so much for your sharing here. 077, right? Done. Next, please. Perfection.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I chose public opinions research. It's important because we need to research to find out what the public wants, needs, and thinks, or how the public feels about something. Because people are complicated, so public opinion research is often used to collect information that is hard to put into numbers. Research on public opinion can help determine what kinds of information are important for an organization. It is essential to address organizational as well as service-related concerns. Also, opinion research can help companies determine if they have lost touch with their customers or are meeting their needs. If they understand, it can also help them figure out how what seems like a passing train will become the new normal in the future. That's it.
Thank you so much for sharing here. 059. Done and perfections here. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
So I choose the issue and crisis management. So every company have an issue and crisis. So the crisis management is like to strategy that to process that prepare manager and employee to face the unforeseen situation and circumstance in the organization. Having one place allow them to manage their emotion, minimize risk, and respond effective to the change in the moment while under pressure. So the company is really necessary to have the issue and crisis management to prevent the situation from getting worse for customer business.
That's it. Thank you so much for sharing here. 345, right? Perfection and then done. Next, please.
Okay, so can I go next?
Yep.
I choose the public opinion research. For me, I think the public opinion plays a vital role in business. So you need to research public opinion if you want to do better in the business world. So public opinion can help you determine what kind of information are important for an organization. And for the opinion research, it also helps gauge how the public feel about a particular issue, like the concern or attitude toward the organization.
Right. Thank you so much for your sharing here.
Thank you.
024, right? Okay, perfection, perfecto. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
For me, I also choose the public opinion research because it helps to understand how the public views the organization and also allow organization to know what the public needs or wants. And for this type of benefit, it will help the company achieve success because knowing what people think about your product, services, branding, marketing, and competitors is essential too. whether you are new to the business world or already renowned business figure. And research into public opinion can be used at every level of organization. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. Oh, no. Oh, right. Okay, perfection, perfecto. And then next, please. $15 student done. No, right?
Can I go next?
Yep.
So I chose stakeholders engagement. For me, I think in terms of the PR, I think it is the process by which companies communicate and get to know their stakeholders. By getting to know them, companies are able to better understand what they want, when they want it, and how to engage they are, and how the company plans and actions will affect their goals. Furthermore, they can improve their communications and rethinking their strategies and operations, having a long-term benefits such as brand reputation or first mover advantage. So I think it is a key point that can make the stakeholder can understand in the same direction to communicate something out to enhance their business.
All right, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing. 073, done, right? Perfect. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
So I choose issues and crisis management because when it comes to public opinion, when you have something that is negative, like negative instance happening, if you don't have issue or crisis management, you are at risk of like turning the public opinion into something that is far beyond your control. By having issues and crisis management, you can control the damage from what is happening from the issue. This is because you know what to what to say in order to like reduce the damage and the consequence that can happen before it spreads around and got mixed with the public opinion, which can be problematic in the long run in terms of like negatively affecting the brand and its image.
Done, right? Okay, good. Thank you so much for sharing here. Just type perfect once you're done here. All right. So we're gonna have like 072 and then 033. Is that right? Blah 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 blah. All right, done, right? So if there is no student here, I have to stop and then finish the class just only this and see you next week. Bye-bye. Have a good crap.